And another thing too that I noticed when I was on the panel last night, that the black girl basically was saying that the only reason why the women got triggered on the show, on the balloon popping show, is because the black man said something about the light-skinned chick's hair. Now keep in mind, this chick already said she was just on the show to be seen. She don't even date black men. She date white men. And then she said she had a trouble with white men having a problem with her hair. So the same men she desired the most have a problem with her hair. The brother just said her hair too short. He like the women a little bit over longer hair. You know, it's just like you got black women, they say they not into guys that's bald. Okay, that's cool. It's all right. Some women like her, some don't. But when he started talking about the girl hair, he didn't say nothing insulting. He just said he like for his woman to have longer hair. The women on that panel especially the one, got upset and all kinds of shit, talking about you black, you should do this and that. 9 times out of 10, majority of the women on that show probably date white men. And a lot of women know they just date white men but come on the show to get clout. This is why I tell y'all brothers, man, when y'all, and see a lot of these sisters, what they want to do, they still want to be able to come, they come on the show, even though they primarily date white men, they ain't been having a good run with white men. They've been getting ran through. So a lot of these chicks come on the balloon popping show to see if they can find a decent black man, somebody to take their ass in after they get through getting ran through by white men. This is what I tell black men to literally look up that black woman background. I ain't trying to say don't date black women. Hell, I'm attracted to black women, but I look up their background to see where they've been. They can't fact, goddammit. It ain't just Brad I'm looking for. I'm looking for if they've been with a lot of Pookies and Ray Rays. You want to look for that too. If they got a high body count in general, you know. Now, I was dating this one chick a long time ago, and she just came out. We was just talking about. She asked me, "Have I ever dated a white woman?" I like, no, I have no reason to date a white woman. So I told her no. So I asked her the question, have you ever dated a white guy? I said, don't lie to me, keep it 100. And she said, well, yeah, you the first black guy I dated in a long time. So instead of I just wanted to ask a question on why. She said, well, she couldn't say it wasn't because no black man was picking her. Because she looked damn good. So she was saying, well, that was mostly what she was dating because that's what she had. She felt she had more in common with because she was raised in an affluent community. So that's what mostly she dated. I said, so you basically saying you was the only Negro that lived in an affluent community, like it wasn't no sprinkle of black people around that community. You was the only nigga. Y'all was the only black people. And she said, yeah, pretty much. So that's all she dated. I said, so I'm gonna look at this. You are what? Just turned what? 35, right? And you dated primarily white men. Why you're not? I said, she said she had a kid, right? So I said, oh, you got a kid. So I said, oh, that kind of changes things a little bit. So I put two together. She dated primarily white men and she got a baby out of wedlock by one. And I said, so let me get this straight. You got a baby out of wedlock by a white man? And she said, well, if things didn't work out, you know. So after the date, you know, at that time, I was trying to, I was going to see if I was dating, contemplating, So I dated her a few more times. But you know, at that time, I used to look past that shit, you know. I used to look past it. You did? But she'll say shit that'll kind of piss me off. Like she wasn't black. And she was darker than me. She'll say like, you know, black men, I know you probably come from the black community and this and that, but, you know, we have a certain kind of etiquette in the way that we get down in the way white people up there. She said, well, you know, it's customary that I do this because white men do that. I said, well, I got a question. I said, it's customary for white men to leave you a single mama, make you a single mama. And she got questions. She said, what they have to do with it? I'm just saying, it's they customary for white men to do that, to leave you a single mama. And she kind of got quiet. So, as we went on, the evening went on, we was making shit, she was making a little certain shit, pop shot. I said, well, it's funny because them white men that choose you, they just running through you. I said, you know what, let's call this evening quits. And I got up, paid for my shit, and she said, so you're not gonna pay for my shit? No, you pay for your own. So, she was like, so you gonna give me a ride home? I like, nope, ask that white man you got a baby by. Ask all the white men you laid with to give you a ride. I ain't never talked to that bitch again. 2 years later, I ran into what? Last year, I ran into her online again. I ran into her online, and she got 3 kids by another 2 white dudes, and she got married to a black dude. She married a black dude but had 3 children by 2 different white dudes and married a black dude. And I keep telling black men, stop being the cleanup man for Bray. Stop being the cleanup man for Bray. They wasn't picking you at first. They wasn't picking no black man at first. They only want you, the only reason they want you because the white men they want you. That's the truth. They didn't want you because the white men didn't want you. The white men didn't want you. So this was black women circle back. They always try to circle back when Brad ain't picking them. But Brad just runs through them and shit. Black men, y'all need to stop doing that shit, man. Stop taking these Keishas in when you know they've been over the fence. Especially when they got biracial kids. Stop taking these bitches in. They didn't want you then. And that's the same thing with Pookies and Ray Ray. Don't take these chicks in. Let them bitches stay out there in the streets. Because all they doing is they didn't want you at first. They wanted Brad at first. They wanted Pookie and Ray Ray at first. So that's who they should be with. No, stop taking these women in, brother. Please say no to reach back. You don't know where these women been at. A lot of these women been ran through by different white men. And then on top of that, they contracted STDs from these white men and they lay up with you one time and blame it all on you. They get an STD from a white man and blame it all on you. That's why I say, when you look up their background and you find out these women have a history of dating white men, don't fuck with them. That's why these chicks, like I said in the last video, wearing these masks and shit, up there talking about how much they love white men, but the white men just effing them, fucking them, and not making no commitment with them. And to them, they don't like that. So they want to wear the mask to cover their identity so they can be able to come back to you. be able to run back to you when it don't work. Not that they want a black man, not that they love you. They want to use you as the spare tire. Don't be their spare tire. Let them bitches go without a tire. Stop taking these teachers back once they've been over the fence. Let them stay with Brad. That's where they need to be at. We don't need to have them in our community. We don't need to have their biracial children in our community. Let them stay over there in the white community.